Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian Mello with Marty's Buick GMC and Chevrolet, and in today's video we'll be talking about the $90,000 2023 Sierra AT4X. Is the truck overpriced? Because the price isn't the only change for 2023. So let's get into it. Alright, so we're entering into the last month of 2022, and I think it's safe to say that not much has gotten cheaper. Everything from eggs, paper, clothes, trucks, whatever you're buying. It's all continued to see pretty dramatic price increases. At least that's what I'm seeing. Last week, as I was poking around some of the GMC Facebook groups that I'm a member of, I couldn't help but notice all the posts that were discussing the $90,000 price tag for GMC's top-tier off-roader, the AT4X. But what I'm not sure everyone realized when they were seeing these pricing screenshots, because let's be honest, the vast majority of folks just kind of read the headlines and keep on scrolling, was that in order to hit that $90,000 price mark, you needed to option the AT4X with the AEV upgrade, which adds $6,895 to the AT4X's $83,545 base price. $83,000 isn't exactly budget friendly either, but the truck isn't exactly meant to be budget friendly. The AT4X is designed to be a hybrid between high-end luxury and performance off-road, neither of which are generally associated with being inexpensive or budget friendly. Some of you might recall the video I did back in March when I was comparing the differences between the pricing and options between the AT4X and the AT4, and in that video I concluded that for the vast majority of people, the AT4 was the better buy, and that was mostly because it provided more bang for your buck. At least in my opinion, or more bang for your buck of stuff you're actually going to use. But I won't go into all the reasons why in this video, but I'll leave a link to that here for those who are interested. The reason I bring that video up at all is because I think what we're looking at here is a very similar situation. At the $83,000 price point, I think the standard AT4X makes a lot more sense than the $90,000 AT4X AEV edition. For starters, yes, the 2023 AT4X is right around $3,400 more than the early build models. Some of you might have noticed that, maybe you didn't. Those early models started around $80,000, but thankfully this price increase is due to some added features instead of just a price increase for the sake of increasing the price, which we've seen plenty of. Because the standard AT4X now comes equipped with the AEV stamped steel winch capable front bumper, as well as the upgraded hot stamped boron steel front skid plate. Remember, that's standard without upgrading to the AEV edition. I mean, realistically, it's the front bumper that should have came on the truck to begin with, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. So what does the AEV edition get you for an additional $6,895? Well, mostly skid plates. You get a hot stamped boron steel fuel tank skid plate, rear diff skid plate, transfer case skid plate, the AEV stamped steel rear bumper with heavy-duty recovery points, rocker guards, 18-inch 12-spoke gloss black wheels with laser etching and AEV center caps. You get AEV branded floor liners, AEV branded front headrests, as well as some exterior badging. Add all that equipment up and you've got yourself a $90,000 AT4X AEV edition. And for me, I just don't think it's worth it. Unless, of course, you're really planning to make use of all that armor. If you're honestly planning to do some serious rock crawling with this truck and you think you need all that protection underneath, then the upgrade might be worth it to you. But even then, if you're that serious, I'm willing to bet you'll probably want to consider some of the aftermarket options that are available to you as well. And another thing, and I know GM might hate me for this, but you can get a nice set of NFAB rocker rails for under $500 right now. And I think the standard 18-inch AT4X wheels look a lot better than the upgraded 18-inch AEV wheels. But maybe that's just me. I know wheel choices are highly subjective, but let me know in the comments below if you agree with me or not. Now, this should be no surprise, but of course, people started bringing up the Ford Raptor, saying that it was less expensive and you get more for your money and it performs better, etc., more power. Well, I went ahead and I jumped over to Ford's website, built myself a Ford Raptor, only adding on the things that the AT4X comes with, things like, you know, a moon roof or spray and bed liner, and it brought me to a price of $82,435. So it's pretty much right in line as far as pricing goes with the AT4X, similarly equipped. Now, someone's probably going to mention, yeah, but the Raptor has more power, 450 horsepower to be exact, with its twin-turbo 3.5-liter six-cylinder EcoBoost engine. And sure, that's 30 horsepower more than the naturally aspirated 420 horsepower 6.2-liter V8 found in the AT4X, but how much does that really matter? Now, I'm not sure how many of you follow Street Speed 717 on here, and if you don't, you probably should. I love his channel, but he recently uploaded this video right here.
Ready, set, go! Raptor, come on! Dude, this thing's slow! Let's do it again! Give me another shot! Ready, set, go!
That is his new $100,000 fully loaded Gen 3 Raptor losing a highway drag race to a measly 6.2 powered Silverado ZR2, essentially Chevy's version of the AT4X. Oh, and yeah, the Raptor broke shortly after that on the trail, and the Silverado had to drag it out of the woods. I'm just saying. That's all. I'm just saying. Now, before I get attacked in the comments, I'm not some Raptor hater by any means. I think they're great trucks. I think they look cool, and if I had to buy a Ford, that's for sure where my money would go. But thankfully, I don't have to buy a Ford. Because also, I honestly think the AT4X looks a lot better than the Raptor, both inside and out. Once again, the AT4X is a phenomenal combination of luxury and off-road, something not many other manufacturers are doing, giving the AT4X a more balanced driving experience, which is what General Motors wanted to do with this truck. Since, let's be honest, I'm willing to wager that both trucks, Raptor or AT4X or ZR2 or any of the others, spend far more time on-road than off. And let's also not gloss over the fact that the AT4X has a true locking front differential, but I'm not trying to start any fights here. But to answer the question of, do I think the $90,000 AT4X is overpriced? Sort of. For me personally, I think I'd go with the standard AT4X and then spend the extra money I saved on some aftermarket parts. Most likely a really sick lift, new wheels, and 35s. But that's just me. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you made it this far in the video, if you could help me out by just smashing that like button, subscribe if you haven't already to stay up to date on all things GM, mostly trucks, but all things. Check out my friends over at martysparts.com for all your GM OEM parts needs, and I will catch you all in the very next video. Thanks again, guys. Have a great rest of your week, and take care.